Hi guys, Rick Pete back, and as you can see by the slogan at the bottom of the screen, this is my quick Christmas video, and I'm going to be doing a review of a recent pay-per-view. It's going to be the Roadblock one. With working nights now, it's getting harder to do reviews on time. So obviously it's nearly a week since Roadblock was on, but I only got a chance to watch it last night. I did make some notes because obviously I was a little bit tired. I've been, like I said, working nights this week. So I made notes, so if you do see me glancing off, that's what it is. But first of all, I'd like to wish all of you that watch my videos, and all of you in general, a very Merry Christmas. To those of you who don't celebrate Christmas, I'd like to wish you all a very happy holidays. I apologise for the lack of festive background. Last year I did it with the tree behind it and everything. I had my Santa hat on and everything. This year I've not been at all prepared. I don't even have a Christmas hat, so I've made up for it with the Enzo and Cass hat. So yeah, basically. So yeah, like I said, Merry Christmas to all of you that celebrate it. To those of you that don't, happy holidays. I hope you all have a great time. Please, be careful if you are drinking, drink sensibly. If you are drinking, have one for me. So yeah, so that's that out of the way. So on to the review of the Roadblock pay-per-view. So it was the last Raw pay-per-view of the year. Would it go out with a bang? Let's find out right here. These are just my opinions on the recent pay-per-view, obviously. So it started off with the New Day versus Cesaro and Sheamus for the tag titles. It's a good opening match. Plenty of times it looked like New Day were going to pull their usual shit and retain the titles, but thankfully it wasn't to be. They've lost the belts. We've got new champions in Cesaro and Sheamus. I'm really glad that they've finally lost the titles. I would rather it had been to Anderson and Gallows, Enzo and Cass, a proper tag team, but Cesaro and Sheamus will do for me. I'm pissed that they beat Demolition's record. I'm pretty sure a lot of fans are, given that, alright, a lot of people have jumped on the New Day bandwagon. I've not, and I refuse to. But yeah, the fact that they beat Demolition's record is a bit poor, in my opinion. Demolition were an amazing tag team, and then they've had a novelty act that they've thrown together that just happened to get themselves over, beat their record. But like I say, New Day have lost the titles. Hopefully they won't get them back, so onwards and upwards for the tag titles. And obviously since then there's been Raw. I haven't watched that yet, like I said, again, working nights. But I have seen pictures of the new Raw tag titles, which I don't know why they had to change them. I'm assuming they're obviously gone with the red strap to represent Raw, like SmackDown's got the blue strap. So yeah. Next up was Sami Zayn versus Braun Strowman. The basic gist of this match was that Sami Zayn had to last 10 minutes against Strowman. I was expecting Zayn to get destroyed at first, and then a couple of minutes into it I thought, no, actually I think Zayn's going to come out of this. He did. He survived the 10 minutes. Foley came down, obviously ready to throw the towel in. Zayn grabbed the towel off and threw it into the crowd. But yeah, it was good that they gave Sami Zayn that bit of something. It didn't destroy anything from Strowman. Basically he didn't get pinned or anything, so he still looks like a monster. But Sami Zayn survived. So yeah, I wasn't blown away by the match, but I wasn't really expecting much from it. So next up we had Rollins and Jericho. Excuse me. I really enjoyed this match. I was a bit worried it might get ruined when Owens came out, but that wasn't to be. That just basically kind of set up the ending. I was glad Rollins won. I'm a fan of Seth Rollins. So yeah, hopefully he'll get his match with Triple H soon, but we'll have to wait and see what happens with that, unless it's already been decided. Like I said, I've not watched this week's Raw yet, so I don't know. Up next was Kendrick versus Perkins versus Swan for the Cruiserweight title. It was a really good match. It wasn't very long, but they got plenty of stuff in the time they were given. Neville coming out at the end, I was surprised he turned heel. I kind of like it though. It'd be interesting to see how this plays out in the long run, because the fans of WWE have only ever known Neville as a babyface, so he's going to have to do something, to make himself be like a credible heel. So yeah, that'll say it'd be interesting to see where that goes. Next up was the Iron Man. Surely it should be Iron. Excuse me. match. Sasha Banks versus Charlotte Flair for the women's title. I've noticed how they start putting Flair at the end of it now as opposed to just Charlotte. As good of a match as it was, and it was good. Both women put everything they got into it as usual. I'm calling bullshit on the ending. Sasha tap into Charlotte with 2 seconds left when she was 2 falls to 1 up is absolute shite. It would not have happened in any other match. If it had been the men, they would have battered it out. I just don't get the idea behind the booking for this. She's 1 up. She knows there's 2 seconds left. You bat it out for 2 seconds. You know, it's just unbelievable that they made a tap that close to the time running out. Then obviously it goes into overtime. Charlotte, gets the belt back, and I'm sick of seeing Charlotte Flair with that women's title. I honestly thought, and I hoped and I prayed that Sasha would get a decent run, but no, they decided to put the belt back on Charlotte, and that's the end of the rivalry for now. The outcome ruined a good match. The bullshit ending of tapping out with 2 seconds to go and taking it into overtime, absolutely crap booking on my part. In my opinion, sorry. So I was absolutely fuming by the end of that. Then it came to the main event, Owens versus Reigns. Excuse me. I wasn't really sure of what to expect, but I really enjoyed the match. I thought there was plenty of action, plenty of back and forth. Obviously the crowd getting on top of Reigns as usual, but I think he just got to the point now it doesn't even faze him. But inevitably, yet again, John Bon Sparkle crotch interfered and cost Reigns the title, by code breaking Kevin Owens. At first I thought he'd done it out of Owens interfering in his match costing him it, but it came out obviously that it all been a work about them falling out, and it was anything to help Owens retain. I'm still got a feeling that Jericho may turn on Owens at some point and get himself a Universal title shot, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Excuse me. So yeah, and then obviously Rollins came out to help Reigns with the 2-on-1, and there was a little bit of a Shield reunion type thing with the double powerbomb through the table, first on Jericho at ringside, then on Owens up on the announcers table. That really did sort of finish it quite nicely with both of them stood there. So yeah, that was that. Overall, I honestly wasn't blown away by the pay-per-view. I didn't, in my opinion, didn't see the year out with a bang. It was pretty tame. I've seen a lot of videos and seen a lot of comments, people saying the same thing, and it's exactly the same as I feel. The pay-per-views now have got less meaning to them because there's so many. Like in the case of a SmackDown pay-per-view, it's just, excuse me, an extended version of the show. And in Raw's case, it's just like another episode, but with a different arena, with a different ring and setup. So yeah, I didn't think it finished the year off with a bang at all, compared to Ring of Honor's final battle, which was far better in my opinion. Hopefully 2017 will give us more consistent WWE pay-per-views. There'll be a bit of quality, but in all honesty, I'm not going to hold my breath. I just think that, like I said, the pay-per-views are getting less meaning now. Obviously the co-hosted ones like Rumble, Mania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series are going to have a bit more to them, but the brand specific ones are already a bit stale, so I don't know what they're going to do about that. So yeah, that's my review, my thoughts on Roadblock. As always, feel free to leave a comment what you thought of it, whether you thought it did finish the year off nicely or whatever. Also, there was a clip of the pre-show where Rusev beat Big Cass by count out, which again is just a waste of time. I have a count out victory on your pre-show. So yeah, that'll do it for my Roblox review. Like I said at the beginning, guys, Merry Christmas to those who don't celebrate it. Happy holidays, whatever you're doing. You have a great time. You know, please be sensible if you're drinking. Obviously, don't drive. I'm not going to buy a bit of public service. It's all common sense, but you know, and hopefully I'll be able to do another quick video before New Year. So yeah, and that's that. Probably the last video for 2016. So yeah, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Hope you all have fun. Hope Santa's really good to you. Hope you all enjoy your meals, whatever you're having. And that'll do it for me, guys. So Merry Christmas, and as always, bye for now.